Episode 48 already of Who the Heck Are We? And thank you very much for joining us and hit that subscribe button and the bell icon for more of your content from Who the Heck Are We? Your sports opinions and stories. Let's carry on. Our podcast is a member of the globally Ballin podcast network. Our stuff are available again on video. Check out our sister shows. We have the Globally Ballin podcast of Aaron Aronson. Dive into the sporting opportunities around the world. And next up, we have 5 minutes with hear the analysis from players themselves. They break down their own tape. Carrying on for your volleyball talk, we have Denise Dinsay for hang time, and it's very exciting, of course, with the upcoming pro league in volleyball. Last but not the least, we have an eternity of basketball. Relive the golden era of Philippine hoops with Noel, Charlie, and Sid. And also, our episode is sponsored by Judgy's Delight, your healthy and delicious peanut butter. So do check them out on social media. So again, my name's Claro Manzano, leading the way for this episode. Joining me, the rest of the gang, we have Claudia Perrine, Jay De La Cruz, of course. And I'm excited for this episode, guys. We got our friends from Hall of Fame Authentics, and we're going to take our sports talk, of course, to the next level. So, shall we bring them in, guys?
Yes, we should.
Yeah, let's do this. Oh,
There you go.
let's bring in one by
Hi,
one
guys.
dito. Party to.
Good evening. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us, guys.
Thank you.
So,
Yeah.
of course, with Hall of Fame Authentics or HOFA, we know that you bring in like the next level of sports memorabilia. But how can you explain to the average Joe what exactly do you guys do? What makes you stand out, of course? Because we know you're like the godfathers of sports memorabilia, like what they say.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, we're the authorized internet retailers of signed sports memorabilia. So we're the ones that we sell are the ones that are witnessed, authenticated, because there are other signatures, signed memorabilia that are not witnessed, certified. Those are just certified by third-party authenticators. So kami yung witness authenticators na yun lang yung hinahandle namin, which are Upper Deck, Panini, Steiner, and Fanatics.
And I think this one can go to Ron. I think it started with that signed ball, if I am correct. Do you mind telling us that story? Yeah. But I think that ball is famous now because of where you guys are today. Diba?
Yeah, actually, that's what started me into collecting. I mean, I used to be like a big sneakerhead. I mean, all the sneakers ni Kobe, starting nung the 2K4 Huarachis, all the way up to the end. I mean, talagang I had to line up for all the releases. And when Kobe came to Manila, yung Supernatural tour niya in 07, I mean, I had to make sure that andun ako. I wanted to see my idol live because at that point, I've never seen him. I've only seen him do incredible stuff on the TV during games. So, I mean, I camped out for like a day or more actually to get a good spot dun sa may BGC just outside ng Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf ata yun eh. Just beside the Nike BGC store. I waited there for such a long time. I brought like a jersey to the off chance na si Kobe would pass by, and luckily mahagilap ko siya or something and he'd like sign my jersey or something. But then wala eh. I mean with athletes like that, I mean even if they're in the Philippines, it's so hard to get access to them. So andun kami with my friends. Nothing happened. Kobe went into the store. He had like a meet and greet with a couple of Nike VIPs. He just stayed in the store and then he went out. He went to the Ultra, and then he put on like an exhibition. And during nung patapos na exhibition, he took out some balls. He signed them, maybe around 8 or 10 balls, and he threw them to the crowd. And then, syempre, hoping upon hope, gusto kong makakuha ng ball, but then wala eh. Sobrang minuscule yung chance. Side note, yung brother ni Elvis was lucky enough to actually get one of those balls.
Yep.
So,
Same
uh,
day.
well, oh, yun. So, small world, right? At that point, di pa kami
Mm.
magkakilala eh. So, when I went home,
Oo.
sabi ko, this sucks. I mean, I spent like so much time to get a piece of Kobe and walang nangyari. So I went on eBay. Sabi ko, bahala na. I mean, I was still a college student at that time, first year college. Sabi ko, even if my allowance is like for a month or 6 months, wala na, bahala na. I'll buy something signed by Kobe. I go on eBay, I buy a signed ball, and I have it shipped to my relatives there, and then they ship it back to me, and then I find out that it's a fake ball. Kasi at that point, walang certification, walang anything. Ako, happy lang naman ako na I was so proud to show people my ball. And then some guy on Facebook tells me that, hey, I don't want to be rude, but then, I don't think legit yung ball mo. And when I started comparing his signature to the talagang mga certified signatures ni Kobe, dun ko na-realize na, oh shoot, fake nga talaga yung ball ko. So that's the time when I started to look into where should I buy ba talaga to make sure that it's a real authentic signed item by Kobe. So yun, that's how my collecting journey started.
No, I can say I think I was in that same supernatural tour of Kobe in the stadium. I was just as bummed out as you are when Kobe. I didn't get a Kobe ball. I didn't get a Kobe
Yeah.
ball. I was just as bummed out. But let's carry on with Elvis Seguro. I think we got to take a look at your collection. I think we have a photo of one item from your collection, but it's a crazy photo. Do you mind like telling us about that, of course, and maybe your collection experience? How did you get into this with your crew?
First, growing up, syempre, I was introduced to a lot of sports. Nag-basketball muna ako, tapos nag-baseball ako, and then I went to the States, nag-American football ako. So, I always collected mga hats, jerseys, not signed, pero I would always wear jerseys. I was always in sports gear. So, growing up, wala. I was a sports freak, di ba? So, when it was presented to me, the opportunity by Tep, syempre, hesitant at first kasi
We lost.
I think we lost Elvis.
I
Yeah,
think
but
Elvis
you guys,
knows.
yeah.
Yeah. But there's too much awesomeness sa kwento ni Elvis, mamaya mababalikan natin yan. Oh. Pero I just wanna get this question dun sa history ng HOFA. The pre-Hall of Fame Authentics days. I know, I'm pretty aware of what Elvis do all before this, di ba? Alam ko nakikita ko siya sa TV, but I wanna know your story, guys. I wanna start with you, Ron. Do you remember what were you doing before you guys come together and start HOFA?
Oh yeah, I mean, actually, I'm still working in the family business. We do garments, and then syempre, collecting is just a passion for me, a hobby talaga. I love to meet new friends, new people dun sa hobby. And then when actually si Tep yung nakapag-isip to, hey, why don't we just make this into a business, no? So parang I think Tep would be in a better position to tell us about, how he came up with just doing a company out of this.
So Tep, ikaw pala yung pasimuno. Sige.
Yeah.
Hindi. No.
Kwento
Ito ang
mo.
started pa rin kay Ron. Siyempre, kasi siya yung nauna na sa mga signed Kobe's, di ba? So, yun nga, yung pumunta ako sa house niya, chill kami, di ba? Siyempre, iba yung feeling kasi pag nakikita mo like signed Kobe, signed Magic Johnson, signed Wilt, signed, as in, all the Laker greats, meron siyang signed. Siyempre, kumbaga parang talagang speechless ka talaga. Tsaka iba yung feeling kasi niya eh. So, and then, ako kasi, Jordan fan ako. So, syempre, starting collecting ka, sneakerhead ka lang. Kasi syempre, bili kang basketball shoes, bili kang mga t-shirts, mga caps. And then, I was wondering, paano ko papasign? Ay, gusto ko rin magkaroon ng signed Jordan. Syempre, may signed Kobe si Ron. Sabi ko, gusto ko rin magkaroon ng signed Jordan. Pero, meron kasi akong shoes, di ba yung Jordan 11, hindi siya signed. So, nag-search ako online, pinadala ko sa kanya, pinasign ko yung Jordan 11 ko. Bumalik naman siya sa akin, may sign naman, tapos may certificate from Upper Deck. So, yun yung first na sign piece ko. And then, when I was taking my MBA, I thought that, kasi since collectors kami, people always ask us where to buy signed jerseys, signed balls, signed posters. Kumbaga parang kami yung go-to people. Kaya ang sinasabi nila Godfather, kasi parang kami yung ninong na, uy, paano ba maghanap? Ay, may alam ka ba ganito? Tulungan mo naman ako kasi parang mas expert or mas familiar lang kami sa mga legit. So, nung sa MBA ko, kasi parang they wanted us to make parang a new business. So, naisip ko, since I'm into collecting and no one's really selling it here, like, bibili ka lang dapat sa eBay, sa mga auction, sa Amerika pa. So, sabi ko, why not create a business that taps the unserved market here in the Philippines? So, tinawagan ko si Ron. Sabi ko, Bud, gusto mo bang sosyo tayo? Gawin nating business yung selling signed memorabilia here in the Philippines because wala nga nagbebenta di ba? So, we did our market research, as in all the things like industry analysis, and then we saw that meron namang market sa Philippines. So, nag-apply kami yung final paper, in-apply namin, sinabit namin sa upper deck, hoping that they would give us a license to sell here. So, luckily, binigyan kami in-award sa amin ni upper deck yung license to sell here. So, sunod-sunod na yun. Syempre, when upper deck gets you, sunod-sunod na. As in, everyone will follow na.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
So basing sa story talaga, Claudia, sa tingin mo mukhang si Tep talaga ang pasimuno no?
Hindi. Nag-start pa rin kay Ron. Yeah, siya yung BI, siya yung best influence.
Ayun.
Magturuan kayo all you want. Pero before I go to Claudia, I just wanna know, nakwento yung ginagawa niyo nun. So, can you recall the official day na, sige, let's turn this to a full-blown business? Ano ba? Did it happen over a beer or did it happen before a light bulb idea out of pag may ginagawa kayong iba, then suddenly, let's turn this to a real legit business. Todo na natin to, Ron. Todo na natin, Tep.
Hindi, yun
Was
nga.
there any
Since meron naman kaming own business namin ni Ron, naisip nga namin na why not turn into our hobby, into yung passion namin, into a business. Para syempre masaya, di ba? Like, you're doing something that you really enjoy. And at the same time, syempre win-win. Parang, syempre, you profit and also at the same time, you be able to educate people on what signed memorabilia is. Kasi it's not our goal just to earn money from this. It's a business, di ba? Pero it's more of that we want to educate people. Kaya nga Godfathers is because kami yung parang lalapitan ng mga tao pag meron silang problema with signed memorabilia, parang ganyan. Parang meron silang call a friend.
Okay.
I like
My
that.
legit lifeline.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
That's a legit statement galing kay Tep. Pero Claudia.
Yeah. Tep, I'm looking at Ron, before I get to I'm looking at your background. You have 2 basketballs, Jordan, and then wow, you have 3.
Yeah,
So,
I have 3 balls.
are you able to explain what they are?
Which one? The ball or the shoes?
The balls, yeah.
This is the first one that...
Ayan, okay.
Ito yung first one na sinend ko kay Michael Jordan. Na para pirmahan niya.
Okay.
So, I sent this pair without a signature. Tapos ngayon may signature na niya.
Ooh.
Wow.
So, this is my size 11. And then, brand new. So, pinadala ko sa kanya. And then, I paid him 60,000 pesos for him to sign this.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Really?
So, because when you have a personal item, you can send it before through players and then there's a signing fee. So, kumbaga, whatever their retail price is, bawa si Jordan right now is 750,000 pesos. So, if wala na kasing program na yun, pag meron yung program na yun, you need to pay him 750,000 pesos for him to sign anything. But before 2013, his signing fee and his retail is only 60,000 pesos, around $1,250. So I sent him this blank shoe, and then I paid him 60,000, and then dumating sa akin yung shoe, may signature na, and then meron na ring hologram of ng upper deck, and then it comes with a certificate.
Oh, there. Okay.
Yeah, we can see.
Sila yung naglagay ng hologram
Yeah,
and
the
everything.
sticker,
of
yeah.
course.
So dito, pinirmahan siya ni Michael Jordan, and then this is hologram.
Goodness.
And the value, sorry, Claudia, go ahead.
No, go. Sige, the value, go ahead.
The value
So-
there goes
So
up
now,
because it's
one
signed, of
signed
course.
Jordan is 750,000 pesos. So this is 750K easily. I mean, because that's his signature. And then this is the game use Jordan.
Wow.
Um,
Okay.
Those are six figures, man. Six.
No, I do not
this is his
know.
game use Jordans. So there's he signed best wishes. Sorry.
There you go.
Oh,
I see it.
what game was that?
Since it's really an old shoe, before kasi, there's not much high definition cameras. So
Okay.
you can't see exactly specific what game it is was used. Pero by the looks of it, I mean, gamit siya. I
Ginamit
mean,
mo.
hindi ko siya magagamit dahil malaki yung paa ni Jordan. Ito na yung susuot. And you would know
Double
kasi, like, may tag kasi siya na sample. So, it's a sample pair. So,
Okay.
this shoe was really made for Michael Jordan.
Okay.
Okay, such a revelation that you actually have to pay to get someone's signature, no?
Yeah, that's how it is right now. Especially with, like, for example, LeBron James. He's under Upper Deck. So, he has contracts with Upper Deck. So, every time he signs, Upper Deck pays him.
I wonder
So,
how
right now, LeBron is 600,000 pesos per signature.
600,000.
Yep. So, how many can you sign in one sitting? 100 checks.
Oh
So he
my
earns,
gosh.
yeah, easily like 6 million a day.
Is he the highest? Is LeBron the highest?
No. Jordan's the highest, 750,000.
And
Yeah.
then that's it. That's for
And
basketball.
then, well, Kobe's next.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
But-
it's always like
the
that.
thing, yeah,
we
yeah,
know what
because the
happens.
thing about Kobe is because hindi na madadagdagan eh, 'di ba? I mean, the supplies are really
That's the
limited.
sad thing lang with Kobe.
That's a sad thing.
Kumbaga
Yes.
parang he passed away before his value went up eh.
Okay.
Yeah, that was really sad lang eh. Kasi before he passed away, his values are just like 50,000, 70,000 per signed jersey.
Is that because he retired? He wasn't playing. Is that the reason why his
His
value?
value went no. Before kasi he was with Upper Deck.
Okay.
The one with the company that handles Michael Jordan and LeBron James.
Right.
But then he transferred to Panini, which is a different authenticator.
Okay.
So I think it's a level below Upper Deck. So when he was wearing number 8, he signed with Upper Deck. And then when he transferred to Panini, that's the time when he changed to 24 also.
Okay.
So parang timing lang din, perfect. So bumaba and he signs a lot eh. He signs so many Panini cards. Kasi kumbaga syempre it's parang kumbaga yung rarity. Kumbaga Jordan signs like 100. Kobe signs like let's say 1,000, parang ganon.
Last question. Did you know that it was gonna be this much getting into this kind of business that you're gonna have to shell out this much of money to get a signature?
I didn't knew before that it was going to be this high.
Okay.
That's 150,000 because when I went in, it was just Michael Jordan nga 60,000 pesos.
Yun na nga eh. Oh.
Hindi, but I know that your money really won't go down kasi hindi siya magde-depreciate. So if I find something that I really want and it's rare, I mean, hindi ako magdadalawang isip to buy that, especially with signed memos kasi the value really goes up in time. Parang my 60 won't be 59,000. Worst case, I'd be break even with 60.
Oh my god! I'm amazed at the fact that you got Jordan's signature and it was 60,000. Now he's a 750,000. I think you were a bit lucky, no, Tep, to get that. Yeah?
I don't know. Well, I'm a fan of Michael Jordan also. Kumbaga, it's a bonus that his value went up. I mean, having him a signed piece beside me and alam mo yun, it's more than enough for me. Kumbaga, bonus na lang yung value niya.
That's
At
right.
least I have a break in case whenever I need money.
Because
That also.
because it's an investment, am I correct, Tep and Ron? Because you shell out money and of course the value can go up because these things are signed and we know that they're legit, right?
I think we lost Ron.
Ron.
Unmute Ron.
There.
Hey guys, sorry, I'm
Yeah,
back.
It's
no
okay.
Yeah,
worries.
go ahead,
Yeah,
Ron. Go.
yeah, yeah.
Clarity.
So basically, the value of your collection can go up because it's personally signed, and you have legit documentation, right? You have the certificates, the holograms, and everything. So can you say like these are really investments um, for yourselves? Can we say that in a sense?
Yeah, Ron, you can answer the question, Ron.
Yeah.
Definitely, guys. I mean, like, well, I was sharing with you guys off the air before, like, I keep telling my wife that, hey, nag-increase in value yung mga collections ko, but then, she always tells me like, hey, stop telling me these things because you're never gonna sell it anyway. So, why bother? Why bother updating me? But like Tep naman, Tep always compares the signed memorabilia to buying like a car with the proper registration. So ganun din
Mhm.
yung memorabilia. I mean, um, like when you're buying something, you have to make sure like you get the proper paperwork. So the companies that we represent, I mean, not only do they don't just inspect the autograph. They actually pay the players to come in. They witness the
Mhm.
players signing it, and then they attach like um, on the item itself that matches on a certificate, tamper-proof din siya, and then they upload it to their online database. I mean, like that. See, things like this. It just as a collector, kasi when you're buying something, I mean, even the knockoffs, you'll see like hindi rin sila mura eh. So to actually buy something that is real, that anyone could see that it's real, parang they could search it online, lalabas yung actual picture of your item. I mean, like nobody can question that it's real, and you're so happy to have that piece. I mean, like coming from buying something that was fake, na sobrang proud ako i-display siya, tapos yung pala, it's a knockoff, to something that I know nobody can question the authenticity. That's a big deal for a collector, di ba? Parang you're so proud of what you have.
And I think it's perfect exactly where you guys come in because where can people get this in the Philippines? And it's with you guys, of course, because am I correct? You're the distributors here in the country. You need
Um,
your sports
no, the exact
memorabilia. Yeah,
term is
go ahead.
authorized internet retailers because distributor is different from that. Eh. Distributor is
Okay.
parang distributor ka lang nila. Parang we don't own those items. Parang pass through lang kami. Pero with authorized internet retailers, so basically if upper decks pricing in let's say 100,000, we're also selling those things 100,000 plus syempre VAT. So we're the same. Parang we're not resellers. We're not buying it for 100 and then reselling it for like 120.
Okay. That makes sense.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
and
then
it's also
go ahead.
important to note. It's also important to note, no, when you're talking about signed memorabilia, kasi, I don't know if you guys talked about it was while I was like offline, but I think it's important we talk about there are companies kasi that just inspect the signature. These are called third-party authenticators. So, kumbaga, I was lucky enough to meet LeBron in the street. I had my ball with me. He signed it. I know that that item is legit, right?
Mhm.
And maybe my friend who was with me knows that it's legit. But then, what about some guy halfway across the world in the States? Will he believe that my item was legit? I mean, so yung mga items na ganon, you send them in to third-party authenticators who inspect the signature and will give you their expert opinion na more or less this is consistent, the strokes and everything consistent with how LeBron signs his name. But, I mean, alam naman natin lahat na everything that pampagkikitaan, like everything you can make a money on is gonna get fake. It's gonna get knocked off, diba?
Right.
So, the reason why you should go with yung mga companies that we represent is because, like I said, they witnessed every signature. So parang that's the differentiating factor. Upper Deck, Panini, Fanatics, they actually witness the athletes signing their name. They have a representative. They have like all these documentation, yung mga how do you call it? Affidavits pa sila. They take affidavits that they're conducting signing sessions, diba? And these are all legal documents in the States. So, whereas vis-a-vis yung mga PSA DNA, Beckett and James Spence authenticators, these are just experts that examine. So I have actually some items here like the certificate to show you. Um, I'm not saying that don't buy these things kasi totoo naman, if it's a third party authenticator, it's gonna be more value for money. It's gonna be cheaper than buying from Upper Deck. But if you're gonna get as a PSA, public service announcement, if you're gonna buy something from like James Spence or you're gonna buy something from Beckett or PSA, you have to make sure that you get the programs that they call the witness protection program, or in Beckett's case, it's a witness certificate. Basically, yung mga ganito kasi, not all athletes are big ticket athletes. They're not all famous na would, warrant getting paid. Siguro yung mga athletes na yun na second tier like Jordan Clarkson, yung mga athletes na ganyan, you can book him to appear in your sports show, and si James Spence or si Beckett will be there to authenticate the signature and say that, hey, our representative was there in the signing session and I can guarantee you that we witness it. That's the time that you can perfectly go to a third-party authenticator and buy with confidence. So parang ganun. It's about being a collector kasi, I mean, we're not pushing naman na just buy from Upper Deck, just buy from Panini or Fanatics. Kasi everyone has a budget. Everyone is just starting out or everyone is at a different point of their collecting journey. But then as the collector's friend, as the collector's ninong, we have to make sure that these people know na ano yung the best value for money na pwede nilang pasukin.
Yeah. But given that, you guys, we know that, of course, the Philippines is a basketball crazy country. But we know that you guys cater to other sports also. Like you have American Gridiron, you have soccer. And do you mind telling us about, like Floyd, a Mayweather belt, I think? Or
Yeah,
the
this is
boxing gloves?
Floyd
Yes.
Mayweather signed a belt. Yeah, actually, all sports kami, pretty much, our companies, the companies that we represent, kasi they have a roster of athletes. So as long as they have a deal or they signed a deal with yung companies that we represent, we can bring it in. I mean, like just to share this, I mean, I was sharing with you guys off air. One of our clients actually just bought this recently. Tom Brady, one of the greatest quarterbacks, football players of all time. He won the Super Bowl for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So this is an actual Tom Brady signed helmet with the Upper Deck, with the Super Bowl MVP inscription. It's a Panini release. Yes, it's a Fanatics release. So all sports, pretty much we cover it. Messi for football, we have him. Wayne Gretzky. Who else? Serena Williams. We have them also. Yung mga other famous ano natin.
Yep.
I think
Tiger Woods, golf.
Yeah.
Tiger Woods, yeah. Craziest na nabenta namin, WWE. Somebody bought Undertaker signed urn. Yung urn ni Undertaker, pag lumalabas si Paul Bearer, yun.
Oh
Kasi
my God.
Undertaker just retired recently. Yun, so he's part of the Fanatics roster. So yun talaga. The thing is, yung mga prices ng mga memorabilia, depende rin kasi sa authenticator. Like Upper Deck is the most premium, followed by Panini. Si Fanatics more fan-friendly siya. So their business model is to try to get as many athletes together and then they sell it for a reasonable price. So si Undertaker nga, very reasonable yung prices niya.
Wow.
I was just about to go there, but to the wrestling part. But I just have one quick yes or no question to each of you guys, Tep and Ron,
Okay.
just before we go to our halftime break. Tep, just to clarify or to confirm, the players spend a significant amount of time to sign these stuff, cards, shoes, and they actually get paid a lot of money for it.
Yes.
Really? Man, halimbawa,
Yeah.
it's like if LeBron James just before going 0 dark 30 in the playoffs, di ba? Parang may pupunta sa kanilang, hey, Mr. James, will you sign
Usually
this for us?
before no before pandemic, I think they schedule like signing sessions with the players.
Mhm.
So for example, okay, April 1, may signing sessions with LeBron James. So they'll be preparing X amount of number of jerseys, posters, balls, everything. So pipirmahan niya yun. So imagine mo, ikaw, you're signing a
Okay.
lot of checks. How many checks can you sign in a day? Like 1,000 checks. So 600,000 times 1,000 is what 60 million? So he earns around that
Yeah.
much.
Oh,
But he
Brenda,
only
shit.
gets a certain percentage from that. So kung 600,000 siya, meron lang siyang percentage na makukuha doon. Let's say
Yeah.
500,000 and then 100,000 sa upper deck. I'm not sure with the figures, pero ganun yung hatian. So they earn a lot of
Yeah.
money for that.
Yeah, yung royalty. And then Ron, another question. Kinuwento mo na kanina the run-ins, yung mga chance encounters, the autographs. I mean, if you guys watch Pawn Stars, di ba? The guys in Vegas, I mean,
Mhm.
meron talaga there are really companies that do that thing. You mentioned third-party authenticators, di ba? I mean, those guys also get paid a lot of money just to authenticate. And I just want to know quickly, who declares them as an authority of such?
Actually, yun nga yung thing eh. I mean, that's why for me, I'm not putting the third party authenticators down. But for me kasi, although you can be like a FBI expert examination, like you get like a magnifying glass to see the stroke and everything, end of the day, it's still prone to human error. I mean, like the point that Tep brought out kanina, like Jordan, magkakaroon siya ng signing session, or LeBron, magsa-sign siya ng 1,000 pieces. I mean, like ako, in my company, I sign a lot of 2307s. Diba? Parang for me, hindi ko naman ma-perfect yung signature ko every time na, oy, perfect Ron Uy signature, diba?
That
Parang
is true.
not every time maganda yung signature mo. But if you buy something from Upper Deck or Panini or Fanatics, then you know na even if you get something that's not perfectly signed, alam mo na it's a legit 100% authentic item. And as a fan, parang yun yung talagang important sa'yo na your idol touched this item, that he spent time to actually, put his imprint on that item. So, going back, third-party authenticators, you pay them a fee. It depends on the athlete. So, kunwari, if you're gonna have them authenticate a Jordan item, it's gonna be more expensive than having them authenticate like Smush Parker item. Kasi, who the hell wants a Smush Parker item
That's a
apart
nice comparison.
from a Laker fan, right? So
I
parang,
would.
yeah, Laker fan represent. So parang pag ganon, it's a good question kasi parang who can tell that you're an expert of Smush Parker's autograph? It's hard eh, di ba? So parang
Yeah.
that's
Oh.
why it's always easy. That's why it's always important, like what I was saying, to always go for, even if it's a third party authenticated item, go for the witness one. Kasi end of
Okay.
the day, then you know that it's really authentic. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're spending 5,000 pesos or 500,000 pesos. I mean, like me,
Yeah.
I collect all the Laker players. I mean, I'm gonna spend $5 on Ryan Kelly. I want to make sure that it's a legit Ryan Kelly autograph. I don't care if it's $5 for me. I want the real thing. That's why you go for the companies that really give you the real items.
all right, I have a lot of
Cool
questions
stuff.
later.
Perfect for the second round, but we'll take a quick halftime break as we have some of our contractual obligations, of course. Again, Who the Heck Are We is a member of the Globally Ballin Podcast Network. Our episodes are available on video, and do check out the YouTube page of our network. Subscribe and hit that bell button. Check out our sister shows. We have the Globally Ballin Podcast, where you look at the sporting experiences around the world with Aaron Aronson. Next up, we have 5 minutes with for your analysis as players get to break down their tape themselves firsthand, of course. And then we have Hang Time with Denise Dinsay for your volleyball conversations, again with stars passing by the show. And then last but not the least from our sister shows, we have An Eternity of Basketball, relive the golden era of Philippine hoops with Noel, Charlie, and Sid. And then again, this episode is sponsored by Georgie's Delight. Get your healthy and delicious peanut butter from them, and do give them a follow on social media. So, back to the show. I think you got some questions, Claudia. To
Yeah.
kick off the
Okay.
second
So
round.
yeah. So to get authenticated, you have to go to either Upper Deck or or to Panini. This is gonna be a funny question because I'm trying to understand the whole something and merchant. You know those tennis players like Roger Federer, and then they go to the fans and they sign the ball, and it's all witnessed by a lot of people. Does that make a difference that it's shown on TV?
Well, kasi, yeah, sige, so may pinasign kay Federer na ball. You can never be 100% sure that that ball that was signed was the same ones as the ones being sent authenticated. Kasi
Okay.
kumbaga parang that ball, ang daming kinds ng ball na ganun eh. I mean, they're all green. They're all the same.
They're all
So
yellow.
how,
Yeah.
like me, if I'm a potential buyer, I'd be like, hey, how sure am I that that's the ball that Roger Federer signed? I mean, yeah, they're both green. They both have like the strands and thing. Pero hindi natin alam. With witness certified na mga products, kasi yun nga, may witness. So may nakita. So this ball, yung serial number na nandun sa shoes, di ba may serial number na let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that serial number corresponds to the certificate of authenticity na okay, parang car nga, di ba? So you have an engine number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you have an ORCR that states that engine number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 corresponds with this type of model ng car. So at least you're sure. Kasi kapag yung pinakitang ganon, pwede mo i-contest na hindi naman yan yung ball eh, di ba? They look the same but there's no serial 1, 2, 3, 4, di ba?
Yeah. Okay.
But it's still real. But it's still real.
Yeah, which goes to my next question. May nagalit ba sa inyo na parang hindi totoo yan eh. That this is really true. And then you have to really like debate against them or go against them. No, pare, that's not right. You have to really go through the process. May nagalit ba sa inyo?
Meron naman, pero I mean, they know some things, we know some things. Siyempre, kumbaga parang I'm not saying na mas matalino kami or mas alam namin, di ba? Pero based on our experiences, like we've been collecting for so many years, and then like what Ron said, he was able to get like a fake ball. How would he know that that's a fake ball with a real one, di ba? Kumbaga, may mga experience na kaming ganun eh. So, kumbaga parang alam na namin kung ano yung mga signature na fake, kung ano yung hindi. Kasi, I mean, mapapansin mo naman eh.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, another thing is like in life, diba? They always say like if it's too good to be true, then it's probably not. I mean,
Yeah.
like if you're gonna buy a Kobe Bryant signed jersey online, and then you see that it's just what 200,000 pesos or no, even less, like what 100,000 pesos, magtaka ka na kasi like when Kobe passed away, ngayon yung mga jerseys niya can go as low as 350,000 to as high as a million and a half, depending on the rarity of the jersey. So it's hard to talk about to argue with people, but then the thing that we always tell them is like if you buy something na questionable yung authenticity, well, the good thing is you didn't pay that much for it, diba? So parang if you personally saw the guy sign it, or you trust the guy na he's your good friend, he's your best friend, he had it signed and then he gave it to you, he sold it to you, then if you're happy with it, then who are we to bring you down? But then for us kasi like going back to your Rafael Nadal or Federer signed ball, I mean, a master forger could definitely, I'm not saying everyone does it, but then pwede naman na I have the actual signed ball, I get another ball, I replicate it, and then I sell it to you, and then I keep the original for myself. Diba? It could happen. You never know na it's the real deal kasi there are many ifs. Let's say even if it's just what 10% probability na ginawa niya yun sa'yo. Can you sleep at night knowing that you're so proud of that ball, and then there's a 10% chance that it's not legit? I mean, as a collector, for me, hindi ako magiging masaya na there's a 10%, 5% chance that it's not legit. So parang for me, I would rather just save up, wait for the right timing, and buy the really legit 100% na nobody can tell you that your item's not legitimate. Parang
That's
ganun.
true. That we mentioned earlier, you guys were 10 years out for a very long time. Can you, both of you, determine what's fake and what's not? Wait, or mahirap talaga because there's really master forgers.
Well,
Well, for
I would
me,
say,
siguro, yeah. So go ahead, Ron.
you
Go
go
ahead.
ahead, Ted. Oh, sige.
No, for me
Um,
kasi, like, I could say, like, parang mas familiarized ako sa signatures ni Michael Jordan.
Okay.
So, but I cannot say that na pag nakita ko ng sign ni Scottie Pippen or Dennis Rodman, I would know if it's real or not. But, I mean, with Michael Jordan, syempre, kumbaga parang ang tagal na naming connected eh. Kumbaga parang there's this feeling of na may mali eh. Parang, alam mo yun, parang may connection eh. I'm not saying na blood related or whatever, pero may something talaga eh na you would know that mali eh.
Yeah.
So, Aaron, yan, siya, Kobe. For sure, Kobe siya.
For me, with Kobe, I mean, I have so many Kobe items. I've seen his signature so many times. It's hard. It's hard. I mean, he, Kobe before he passed away, he was under contract with Panini. That's his last contract. And Panini is very well known right now in the industry, the hobby, na to be um, sports trading card company. So before Kobe passed away, his signature items were not that expensive, honestly. Kasi he's not, he was doing so many signatures. Parang he has, every year he comes up with so many signed Panini trading cards na his before he passed away. Parang I have a bunch of friends who just, hey Ron, sa'yo na lang to. It's a signed Kobe card. And then binigay lang niya sa akin for free. And now that card is selling for 150,000 pesos to 200,000 pesos. Diba? Pero the point I'm trying to make is, you're not gonna be able to sign your name perfectly on any item. It's just not gonna happen. But then, when you see something that's a pangit signature, if you see the hologram ni Panini nandun, or the hologram ni Upper Deck, kasi Kobe was with Upper Deck before he left to sign with Panini, then you know that it's legit, even if it's a pangit signature. Okay, maybe you're not gonna get a super premium price for it because it's not the perfect signature, but then you know that it's legit. So parang that's the guarantee that you're buying it. Like, okay, recent example, Luka Doncic, super hot right now. But then there was this, even if it's signed, he signed with Panini, there was this controversy na, hey, how come when Luka first signed trading cards, iba yung signature sa mga sumunod niya? Nung sumikat na siya, parang iba na, hindi na Lilu, hindi na Lili, naging Lulu na. Parang sabi nila na rumors that Luka's mom was doing all the signings kasi for trading cards, hindi siya parang memorabilia na bulky na I have to bring it to you to sign. Yung mga trading cards kasi, they send the players like yung mga stickers for them to sign and then dinidikit nila sa cards for yung mga low-end signatures. So who's to say that hindi talaga si Luka nag-sign nun? Pero for me, ang counter ko lagi sa mga ganong type of people is you can never perfect your signature. Diba? Parang Luka, he's not a robot. Diba? He's probably just came back from a workout. He wants to spend time with his family rin, or he's chilling, he's signing. Diba? So, the guarantee that it's from Panini is good enough na talagang that's his signed item. Yun lang yun. Yun yung saving grace mo.
Galing ah. So that's so intricate. I'm so interested in all this because I see all the signatures, and all the memorabilia, especially when they're framed. Like, are those true? Is that true? So now I'm getting it all from the experts, from HOFA. So it's good to hear from you, from the two of you, the experts in this. Caro?
I'd like to have a house full of that stuff on my wall, I want to ask you now, for maybe we have the newbies who are listening and they're not so sold on things yet. Can you explain to us, where do we get started with HOFA? Do we just simply go through the website and pick out an item that we want? How does it go, the process? Tep, do you mind explaining perhaps?
Well, to begin with, siguro advice namin is, who are you a fan with? Like, why, kung hindi ka naman fan, let's say, ni Luka, why buy a Luka?
Mm-hmm.
Diba? It's not, well, pwede rin siguro that you just follow because like he's a hot like player right now. Pero yung advice namin is always na choose na kung sino yung fan mo. Like let's say you're a fan of Derrick Rose. Then you ask us, oh, do you have a Derrick Rose signed jersey or signed ball or signed shoes? So yun yung first thing that we tell you guys, like kung sinong fan ka, and then you choose kung what kind of item you want from that certain player.
Ron,
Just to
like,
add,
yeah.
yeah, just to add, we're not really a big company. I mean, basically, HOFA is Tep, me, and Elvis. So chances are, you have questions, just shoot us a message on Instagram or Facebook, and I guarantee you personally, one of us three is going to answer that. And we are willing to give you a call, talk you out, give you tips, advice on who to get. But then yun nga, it has to be really from the heart, kung sino talaga yung gusto mo. And I mean, there are no dumb questions. That's why we started HOFA, because I personally didn't want anyone going through what I went through. I mean, not just buying a fake ball. I mean, I would admit it, even after 5 years of collecting or 10 years, 20 years, nafe-fake pa rin ako eh. Kasi like case in point, I went on eBay. I saw a game used Vince Carter game used rookie season jersey, and it came with all these paperwork. The Houston, parang it was given from the Toronto Raptor organization to the Houston Rockets organization for their charity. So it came on a letterhead. I contacted the what do you call this, Clutch City Foundation. I contacted them. Hey, is this your letterhead? Do you have this employee? They confirmed na yes, meron. So I bought the jersey. I was so happy na, oh, Tep, look at this. One of my idols who's not a Laker, Vince Carter, actually wore this jersey during his rookie year. Those cool, dinosaur jerseys.
Yeah.
But then, syempre, you know me, I'm super OC with all these authentications. I had to just, find the guy who actually signed the document para like just to give me peace of mind. Because it didn't come from Upper Deck, didn't come from Panini or Fanatic. So I stalked this guy. The equipment manager was a Filipino. I stalked him on Instagram. I kept messaging him until one day, I was successful sliding into his DMs. And then he told me, oh, I'm sorry. I never had to sign any document like that. Oh my God. Doon ko na I spent money on a fake jersey. So parang, it doesn't matter if you're in this game a long time or you're just a newbie. Being, for us, the most important thing is creating friendships, creating relationships with our, potential customers, making friends with them, and just, even if we don't end up being friends, I mean, just to tell you all the stuff that I've gone through and to guide you, that's why I'm insisting that you buy something witnessed. Even if you don't buy Panini or Upper Deck, if you're gonna buy a PSA or Beckett, get something witnessed. It's because I've been there, and I don't want you making the same mistakes as I did, or parang ganon. So definitely, it's just shoot us a message. You don't have to buy something. If you want to just learn something about it, you want to just chat with me or Tep, definitely go for it. We're always here, and we'll reply immediately.
Given that, so if we chat or hit you guys up on Facebook or on Instagram, we'd be chatting with any of you guys. You, Ron, Tep, or
Elvis.
maybe even Elvis. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess given that, you can say it really comes from the heart, from one collector to another. Like I care, like it's you talking to them. Like, I care for you. I want to help you out. I want to help you get the legit thing. So I guess there's that extra touch. There's that service. Like
Yeah.
these ninongs, like they have my back. Me thinking as a newbie who wants to get into it, or for anyone out there who's listening and they want to raise their level, we know that you guys like have our backs with everything. And as sports fans, we're glad. Like we know where to go for the legit things. Jay,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah. One quick question to Ron before I go to you guys for my last set of questions. Ron, what do you do with the fake ones that na nabibili mo?
Oh, I
What
still
do you do
keep
with the
it.
fake
I mean,
ones?
the Kobe ball. The Kobe ball is still with
Yeah.
me. I mean, actually, if you want to see right now, I can show you right now the Kobe ball. I still
May
have
we,
it. I mean,
may we
Yes.
please?
the
Yes.
game, the supposed.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. The supposed game
Yes, yeah.
worn
While you get that,
jersey ni Carter, I
yeah.
still have it.
No,
I mean,
Trey's
this
gonna
is,
Yeah.
I always keep it
Oh, there you
close to
go.
ito.
So you still treat it
So
as
this
a
is the famous
legitimate
ball.
collectible.
Dapat display mo, ikaw talaga.
Yeah, kasi
Oh
I
my
mean,
Trey.
like I mean, without this ball, without me making that mistake, I mean, I wouldn't have all the collection that I have right now. I mean, look at this,
Eh, Yeah.
goofy signature ni Kobe. I mean, before, see,
Yeah.
this is a fake one and this is a legitimate one. Let me just show you something just to compare. Ayan, see, look at the
Okay,
difference
Yeah.
of
that looks
the
more legit.
signature.
Yes,
Wait,
looks more fine.
right? See?
That is the legitimate one.
Oh,
Oh. Yung
yeah.
isa
So
ang
this is
layo eh.
actually, I still keep it. I mean, I still love it. I mean, yung Vince Carter na jersey, I talked to a couple of my friends who are jersey collectors. Sabi nila, hey, don't worry. I mean, magiging valuable pa rin yung jersey mo next time kasi it's still a legitimate game-issued jersey. So yung jersey na yon, kahit di sinuot ni Vince Carter, it was made for him. And it's in his exact specification. So it's still pretty valuable.
Nice,
So-
nice. Claro, go ahead. You
That's
punch
like-
in your quick one.
That's like that's legit his size and everything. Am I correct? By it's really made for Vince Carter.
Yeah. Mm.
Mhm.
Yep.
You know what?
Still
Not like-
made for
Talagang
Vince
wala.
Carter. Yeah. And actually, funnily, nag-appreciate pa nga yung price eh. Kasi I bought it, the amount that I bought it for, even if it's like fake, na hindi siya game worn, nag-appreciate yung jersey just because it's part of history. It's even if it's unsigned, it's still something that was made for Vince Carter. Yun. Like I was showing you guys off the interview. Like I have this basketball used by Nikola Jokic during this season lang. Itong 2010 season. 2020 season. He used this 2021 against the New York Knicks. He
MSG?
didn't actually sign this ball, but then when you look at the Getty images and then you see yung actual markings on the ball and then you see like yung 82, you can actually see a photo of Jokic holding the basketball, passing it. You know that it's really part of history, and even if it's not signed, it's gonna be worth something in the future. Kasi it's history. It's a memorabilia.
May
Antindi
pumasok.
nun ah.
Pumasok.
Pumasok!
Antindi yan. But Elvis Gutierrez right
narinig
now
ni-
is in his
Si Elvis
kitchen.
kasi fan ni
Jokic.
fan kasi si Elvis ni Jokic eh. So narinig niya, gusto niyang pumasok agad.
Ayun.
Just in time. Just in time. Jokic genius ball. Kakapasok mo, yun agad. Oh.
Oh, wow. Ayun, narinig.
Oh. Pero Elvis,
Ayun,
since
sa net ko, guys.
Oh.
Medyo
yeah, I think
nagkagulo
you're
lang
in your
ako.
kitchen right now. Pero Elvis, before I get back to those guys again, gusto ko marinig yung storya mo na I've asked Tep and Ron kanina, what were you doing just before you guys meet up and decided to start HOFA? Ano yung storya mo naman, your side of the pre-HOFA days?
Yun nga, wala. Yun nga, pa-acting here and there. Tapos, talaga akong buhay basket is yun talaga yung nag-occupy ng time ko, which is we have a website, buhaybasket.com. So,
Marami yatang gumagamit ng internet ng Elvis.
Oo nga.
But anyways, now going to my question, Tep and Ron, because your products came from the United States, obviously, and you're dealing with the Philippine market. I'm just curious that can you get to start those authenticating stuff here in the Philippines? Let me start with you, Tep.
What do you mean to say with our professional athletes?
Yes, with our professional athletes. For example, like the young Gilas guys.
Yeah, pwede naman. I mean, that's one of our plans moving forward in the future, to have to be the one who caters to all the local athletes. Syempre, I mean, nagawa nga sa States eh, di ba? Why not give them added value yung mga players dito? Even Efren Bata, Paine Pumuseno, there are so much great athletes here that could be, pwedeng gawin din na ganun. Like, give them I don't know, like per signature, sabi mo, LeBron James, 600,000. Like, give X amount to those athletes also. I mean, pwede rin naman namin gawin yun. I mean,
Mm-mm.
yun din yung plan talaga namin in the future.
Nice.
Yeah. And my question to Ron, moving forward to that one, how do you think, paano kakagatin ng masa ito? Ng local market? Yung kasasabi lang ni Tep kanina.
For me, kasi it's, to be honest, the only reason why I really wanted to get like a Kobe signed ball, not just because he's my hero. There's this. I don't know if you guys watch yung Wall Street na movie, like yung si
Yes.
Gordon Gekko.
Yeah.
He's one of
Yeah.
my idols talaga. Yung line niya na yun na parang he was telling Charlie Sheen na why something has value, and his quote is parang he told him about a painting that he bought 10 years ago for like 60,000, and then now he can sell it for 600,000. And he said like the illusion has become real, and the more real it becomes, the more desperate people want it. So parang ganon. For me, I'm not saying that local sports are less entertaining or less, valuable than international sports. Kasi definitely hindi. Manny Pacquiao, the greatest
Yeah.
boxer of our generation, di ba? Efren Bata, the greatest pool player of our lifetime.
Yeah.
You can't make that stuff up, eh. You can't, But then why are their signatures valued less here in the Philippines? It's because these people, like especially si Congressman Manny, Senator Manny, he's really
Senator. Yeah.
Senator, yes.
Senator Manny, he's a super nice guy that he signed so many things. Na parang it's so accessible, di ba? Parang if Efren Bata, you see him somewhere, he would be so flattered and happy to sign for his fellow Filipino. So yung prices na ganon, it's gonna be not as high, definitely because of the availability. Parang ganon. I've seen some agents of PBA players do stuff like that na Junmar Fajardo standing in a picture with him holding his game-worn jersey. Sign na niya, bebenta nila for auction. Yung mga type of things like that happens na. And, people buy stuff like that, but it doesn't really get astronomical values just because of the availability. And, siguro if there's like a super big Manny Pacquiao fan in the States who wants something signed by Pacquiao, then he's gonna pay more a premium for it from a local guy who gets it here. But then, yun nga, walang company na Upper Deck or Fanatics that will certify na na-witness ni Manny yung signature. You're just gonna have to go to a third-party authenticator. So that's why, Tep's dream is always to, be a company like that na we're partnered with Upper Deck, we're partnered with Panini. We have a legit name. We can, use the HOFA name to say that we witnessed Manny signing this, and that, sana hopefully that people will, give us the same respect when it comes to, Upper Deck guaranteeing an item, or Panini or Fanatics guaranteeing an item.
Yeah. So, just one last question, Ron. So, you said earlier about accessibility. So, meaning to say, if Manny Pacquiao gets a Upper Deck or Panini signing session, and then they bring those cards, those stuff, somewhere, let's say, Mexico or China, diba? Or like Efren Bata Reyes, bring him a signed cue ball or a cue stick, and then send him to sa lugar na kilala siya, like Europe, diba? Meaning to say, chances are those things will hit on those markets na hindi accessible yung ganong athlete.
Yeah, for sure. Kasi like, who's the next up-and-coming player na Philippines? Si Jalen Green.
Soto. Jalen Green, yeah.
Jalen Green. Jalen Green is a Phil-Am. He's been to the Philippines a bunch of times. A couple of my good friends were lucky enough to meet him and have things signed. Binibenta nila yung mga Jalen Green signed stuff lang siguro, 5,000 pesos, 10,000 pesos. Minsan nga, game worn pa ni Jalen Green, bibenta lang ng mga 30,000. But then, si Jalen Green ngayon, nag-sign ng contract with Upper Deck. And he has like a Jalen Green signed basketball na. Tuwang-tuwa ngayon yung mga friends namin na nakapag-sign kay Jalen Green before na binibenta nila. Kasi now, they have like a comparison na, okay, if Upper Deck is selling Jalen Green signed basketball for like $500, then I can probably sell mine na hindi lang 5,000 pesos, maybe 10,000 or 12,000, still below
Mm,
what Upper Deck, charges for it, but then nag-angat yung price kasi
yeah.
people trust the Upper Deck name eh. Like I would if I wanted a Jalen Green item, I would buy from my friend because I know him and I saw him getting it signed personally. But then some dude in the US who's gonna be a super Jalen Green fan if he gets drafted in the top three and then he becomes like as hot as Luka, he wouldn't want to buy the item that my friend is selling. He would want something from Upper Deck kasi they guarantee it that it's a legitimate item. Parang ganon.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm starting to get the hang of business here. How about you, Claudia?
No, it's I'm just asking again. I'm very new to this, like you said, Ron earlier. I just want to absorb all the information. But we've been talking about Kobe Bryant, and his signature prior to him, unfortunately passing away in that helicopter crash. This might be an insensitive question, but we spoke about this on air. Was there a big increase after the accident or the crash?
Yeah,
Ron?
significantly.
Tep, sige, Tep.
Yeah, well, sorry, significantly, syempre, it's, ano lang yan eh, always ends up with law of supply and demand eh.
Mm.
I mean, Kobe's not gonna sign anything anymore. Sorry, sad to say, but it's true. So whatever it is on the market, yun na yun eh. Kumbaga, kung meron one thing na pinirmahan siya, let's say, 1 of 8 or 1 of 1, that's it. He's never gonna sign anymore.
Yeah.
So, sky is really the limit. I mean, whatever his value is right now, it's just the tip of the iceberg. Sobrang, like, look at what? Babe Ruth, Will Chamberlain. Look at those values right now. I mean, you can name your price. Because wala na they will never sign anymore. So, as long as the player passes away, I mean, no way to sign, so the value really skyrockets. Like especially with paintings, like what Picasso or, diba, Juan Luna or Mansala or anything, diba? Same thing with signed memos.
Really? Okay. Ron, I'm still wanting to know the basketballs naman. Show us naman some of the basketballs there. Ano yan? Iba-iba ba yung mga ano?
What?
Your favorite one, Tep. Sige.
Oh, fuck. Well, they're all the same.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, it's Jordan usually signs Michael Jordan. Di ba kanina pinakita ko yung silver?
Yeah.
So he signs his name Michael Jordan. But this ball was signed. It's okay. What's different with this ball?
Jeffrey.
Oh, Michael. There you go.
Yeah. So he signed his middle name. So full name Michael Jeffrey Jordan. So he only signed 23 times. And I
And he
have
got third.
yeah, I got the number 23. And I got the number 1, I got the number 13. So
So you have 3 from that set.
yeah, kasi it's so rare. So as much as possible, if I see someone buying it, no matter how much it is, if I have the extra money, I'd really buy it. Because with signed memos talaga, when opportunity knocks on you and you have an opportunity to get that item, I mean, I would go to the length of doing bank loan or asking for a favor or asking for money from my mom, my lolo, whoever. Because sayang eh, 'di ba? Like bihira eh. And the value would really go up, 'di ba? So if it goes up, 'di ba? Di bayaran ko lang sila nung cost ng hiniram ko. Same thing with game use, 'di ba? I sold my car for that. So what's the value of the car after 10 years? Wala na, 'di ba? So ako binenta ko siya, bumili ako ng shoes. So magkano na ngayon yung shoes, 'di ba? I mean, there's really no, parang hindi ka talaga malulugi eh. So talagang we really always get something that we really want. Bawa, may nagbenta pa ng ball na to. Kahit he's asking for like 1 million or 2 million, I'd really buy it, honestly.
Really, ah?
Yeah, you can quote me on that. If someone's gonna really have like extra ball, I'd really buy it, promise.
Wow.
My wife agreed with me that pag merong nagbenta ng ball, we'll try to complete the 23 balls. We agreed on that eh.
Really? Huh?
Oh,
What's the percentage of you having those 23 balls? Sobrang
Oh,
hirap, 'di ba?
yeah.
So, kumbaga parang dream lang naman.
Is there a waiting period? Let's say you mentioned you sold your car, so you saw the ball. Let's say number four of the 23.
Yeah.
Is there a reservation time for you to buy it? Can somebody steal that, like buy it off that person? Di
Well,
ba? Like, wala
yeah,
yun.
kasi, 'di ba, Ron, exact story with the jersey.
Okay.
It's posted on eBay,
Okay.
and anyone can buy that jersey anytime. Like, syempre, di ba, may buy it now.
Uh,
Tapos may offer, may whatever. So, kalaban ko, the whole world. Di ba? Hindi, kasi, di ba, I mean, if someone really wants that, edi binayad now nila, kanila na yun. I slept 2, 3 a.m. Hindi ako makatulog kasi I've been waiting for this jersey. Alam ni Ron yan kasi inscribed siya na 7210. I've been waiting for that na may magbenta. And kapag may magbenta, I'd really buy it. As in, I'd really buy it, the jersey. Eh,
Oh.
meron nga lumabas sa eBay na nagbenta na parang pinakita sa akin ni Ron and stuff. Wala. I mean, I can't move forward with my life thinking that someone got it instead of me. So, then literally, like I told my wife, talagang 3:30 a.m. hindi ako makatulog. Sabi ko, Han, anong gagawin ko? Tapos pagising ko, sabi ko sa kanya, Han, may kasalanan ako. Sabi niya, ano? Sabi ko, I bought something. Sabi niya, what? Sabi ko, binili ko yung jersey. Like, wala talagang plan. Binili ko siya, binayit na ko siya. As in, sobrang pikit mata na lang. Wala, sobrang saya ko, di ba? Kumbaga parang priceless na yung happiness mo. So yun nga, to answer your question, anyone can buy it. Like yun nga, eBay or auction, di ba? I mean, whoever wants it more than you do, I mean, they'd get it.
I'm afraid to ask how much the jersey is.
I got it or now?
You got it, and how much it is now?
I mean, now I don't know, but I got it for 1.3 million.
ooh.
What?
It's
Yeah,
the goat.
last
It's the
July.
goat after all. It's the goat.
Well, there's Kareem Abdul, and then there's Michael Jordan. But wow, both of you actually have, there's a Kareem. You guys also own a Kareem.
Yeah, Ron owns Kareem.
Wow.
Lakers.
So mag-away kayong dalawa kasi yung the goat. 1.2 million.
1.3 million kasama yung frame.
Ooh, wow.
Well, kasi nga, like what I said, di ba? I purchased it one X amount of money. Like, this year, it's still appreciated. So, hindi pa rin ako nagtapon ng pera.
That's correct. That's right. That's right. No,
Yeah, instead of like, it's sitting down wherever, di ba? Kahit sa bank siya. It won't earn, like what? 3% at the most a year? This one, siguro, I don't know. But I won't sell that naman. Like, sabi nga ni Ron, madami nga kaming pieces. Pero, it won't be like money if benta man namin eh.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Well, so siguro after the last dance, umakit din yan.
Well,
Definitely.
nag-add ng, parang may factor din yun. Pero kasi, parang nag-express na rin kasi si Michael Jordan ng ayaw na niya mag-sign. Kumbaga, he wants to sign less, especially with pandemic na rin. Kumbaga, parang takot na siya ma-expose outside, di ba? Kumbaga, parang billionaire na din siya. So, kumbaga, parang he wanted his signature to become more valuable. So, he wants to sign less para tumaas yung value niya.
Okay. I'm done, Carol. You're up to.
Yeah, maybe I have two quick questions before we wrap up our formal conversation. Then we head to like the quick fire round. Maybe we can start with you, Ron. My questions. Let's say you have a guy who wants a Smush Parker jersey that's signed, or maybe in my case a Patrick Beverly Houston Rockets. Can we contact you guys to say, hey guys, I want this in my collection? It's somewhat like a quote unquote made to order because I don't think it's listed on your website. You guys go about things like that.
Unfortunately, no. Like what we said, we're actually just representing Upper Deck Panini and Fanatics and Steiner. So unless that athlete has a contract or signed the contract to distribute or sell their signed items with the companies that we represent, wala. It's really hard. Like you're just gonna have to go for like a third party authenticated item. So that's why I'm not putting down yung mga third party authenticated na yan. Kasi not every player has something that's, witnessed autograph. Unless it's a sports card, trading card, like Panini trading card. Chances are you go on eBay, you check out like Patrick Beverly autograph Panini card, lalabas siya. Kasi Panini is actually the exclusive sports trading card company ngayon for the NBA. So malaking chance so you can get something by Smush or Patrick
I,
Beverly na signed card. But then for a memorabilia, it's gonna be hard kasi not everyone has it.
okay, okay. Interesting, interesting. But maybe we can start with you for this one, Tep. For your collections and everything, any maintenance tips? This thing should be kept here or there. I know, or it may get tough. I think because of the heat in the Philippines, in not just for memorabilia, but taking care of things in general.
Well, avoid direct sunlight. One. Number two, you always have to have circulation. Hindi siya pwedeng, like, nasa box lang siya. Like, especially, like, for example, with shoes. It has to have the holes, both sides.
Okay.
I see it. Yes.
Yeah, para mag-flow yung air in and out. And then, you only put one or two pieces ng silica gel. And I change it every 2 months. That's why there's a date. Kasi too much silica gel will just suck up all the moisture, making your shoe magiging brittle siya. Yun yung mali ng mga collectors eh. Di ba parang the shoe sneakerheads, may box sila and then they put like 20 silica packs and then
Yes.
they won't like bring it out for like 5 years. And then pag open nila, fuck, ang tigas na, shit, durug-durug na, di ba? It's because too much silica gel eh. Silica gel, like, it gets moisture. So, kailangan konti lang. Like, 2 pieces and then change it every 2 months. Like, pag masyado kasi, madadry siya. And then, kaya may circulation. And then, with balls naman, ganun lang din. I mean, you just put the silica gel, one piece lang, and then air it out sometime. Kasi like, my brother, yung ball niya, tinago lang niya sa, like, nakasila sa case, wala siyang butas, hindi niya in-air out. Eh, syempre, mainit sa Philippines, di ba? So, yung room niya medyo nakukulob. Inalis na yung ball niya. Pag alis ng ball niya, natanggal yung leather dun sa ilalim ng ring thing.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Kumbaga, dumikit ng ganun doon. Kumbaga, nag-melt siya.
Oh,
So, kaya kailangan minsan, like, hawakan mo, di ba? I mean, it's just a ball. I mean, hindi siya, it's not like an urn or something that it's just gonna be there. I mean, di ba? Enjoy them as much as possible. I mean, like the shoe, you hold them, di ba?
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yun lang.
I think that's how you say ball is life. But Ron, do you have any other personal styles of taking care of your collection or or advice to people who
Um,
purchase from you guys, of course?
well, for me naman, it's about buying the right item. Uh, that's why pinaka-saleable pa rin talaga sa amin is the jerseys because like like I mentioned off air, the jersey is, I mean, you can go to a museum in the Philippines or in the States and you can see yung mga damit ng mga cave people pa or panahon ng mga mummy times na mummified na pero yung wrapping nandun pa rin intact because hindi siya magde-deteriorate talaga yung mga clothing. When it comes to a ball, ang suggestion ko lagi sa clients is you always have to buy the authentic ball. When you buy kasi like basketball, there are authentic basketballs made from real leather and that players use in the game. And then there are replica balls created using yung mga poly whatever combination ng mga man-made material and actual leather that you sell to fans for lesser amount of money. Yung mga ganun type of balls, I'm sure Tep yung ball ng brother mo is a replica, no? It's not an authentic
Yeah.
ball.
Replica.
Yeah, that's why yung mga replica balls kasi over time talaga, if you're not gonna be taking care of it like what Tep is saying that you have to take it out or you have to put it on a like a smooth surface, wala siyang any holder, over time masisira talaga yung replica ball kasi magkakaroon talaga siya ng imprint because it's a man-made thing na it's not meant to last. Like unlike yung mga leather na you go to the Hall of Fame and you see yung mga leather shoes back in the day nila Will Chamberlain, nandun pa rin. It's still perfectly preserved because it's made from mga actual maganda na materials. So when you're buying like a photograph, okay naman ang photograph, okay na ang posters, but then like what Tep said, don't expose it to the light. You also bring it to a legitimate framer that will make sure that the photo is not gonna be pressing against the glass. Kasi over time, if it's gonna be pressing on the glass, magkakaroon ng emulsion yan and hidikit talaga siya dun sa glass na when you remove the glass, masisira yung photograph mo or yung poster. So you have to be smart about it. Sometimes people get really what do you call this, concerned that we're selling them like a jersey or a photo and then malalaman nila, huh? You're gonna charge me 3,000 pesos, 4,000 pesos to have it framed? Well, I mean, what's the use of buying something that's 30,000 but then in like 10 years nasira siya kasi you didn't bring it to the proper framer. So it's all about, investing in the memorabilia and investing in the proper cases. Like shout out to one of the best companies right now that produce yung mga acrylic cases, the akuzamu.ph. They're our go-to guys for the acrylic cases. For framing naman, it's Frame Logic in Makati. Frame
Oh, I know
Logic
them.
Industry.
I know the
Yeah.
owner.
Yeah, they're one
Yeah.
of the best talaga
Yeah.
when it comes to kasi they do the framings of the US Embassy, they do the
Ongkal.
framings of yung mga bistro group, yung mga ganon. You have to look for and spend sometimes as much as what you spend on the memorabilia. Like si Tep, look at that, 7210 jersey niya. He spent like the actual museum quality glass na pag pinicturean mo, wala masyadong glare and stuff. And then it blocks out the UV and everything. Kasi, I mean, it's worth it. I mean, you're paying so much for it. You have to protect it.
Shout
Yeah,
out
to
to
add
Yeah.
on to it lang,
Go ahead.
yung jerseys, kasi parang nagka-experience ako, nagka-mold ron, alam mo yun, di ba? Parang nagkaka-mold siya inside. Siyempre, you put your aircon, mainit and whatever. So, with my experience, I mean, kailangan the humidity level is like nasa
Yeah.
45 to 55. Because if it reaches 60% above, mabubuhay na yung mga molds eh. So especially Philippines is really humid na country, diba? So you have to I got a dehumidifier. So it maintains yung humidity lang ng room. So kahit walang aircon, may dehumidifier lang ako para yun nga, hindi magkaroon ng molds yung mga, like syempre, like piece of art na mga investments mo. And yun nga, sabi nga ni Ron kanina, the jerseys are the ones that really don't deteriorate. Sabi nga niya, di ba, like ginamit ni Babe Ruth na mga jerseys. Sobrang like, what, 100 years or 90 years na. It's still preserved, buo pa rin siya, di ba, hindi siya nasisira. So yun nga, jerseys are really the, parang, sure ka na hindi siya magde-deteriorate. When you bought it like that, hanggang, well, wag naman masunog yung house or something, or maulanan. Basta ganyan lang siya. And yun nga, you have to get like a professional framer. Kasi first experience namin ni Ron, dati pa recto. Tutuban, di ba?
Oh.
Pa-frame
Oh.
kami. As in yung jersey, nilagyan lang nila ng double tape on top, on the side, and at the bottom. Tapos dinikit lang nila sa salamin. Tapos yung likod, frame, tapos may masking tape lang. Parang ang cost lang before, parang 1.5 for a frame jersey. 'Di ba? I mean, masisira yung value ng jersey mo. Syempre dinikit lang nila eh. But right now, 'di ba? Parang Frame Logic, sobrang professional sila. They even wear gloves when they hold their jerseys. Wow. They treat it really like a piece of art.
Yeah. I know Frame Logic. They're my friends.
Yeah.
And also going back, showing
For
you
sure.
rin ito, like look at this. I mean, this is an authentic Will Chamberlain signed ball, no? This ball was signed 1998, a year before Will died, no? So parang nasa normal air-conditioned room lang, you see there are no markings on it or anything just because this is an actual authentic basketball na talagang genuine leather siya. So talagang buying the right item is important. See, there's no fading or anything in the signature. Very bold pa rin siya. So you just have to invest more. Kasi the real authentic stuff costs more talaga.
But of course,
Okay.
super important. Of course, you got to take care of these things also. After all, they are an investment, and the value can go places. I think that's how I can put it
Yeah.
into words. But anyway, guys, let's head to the quick fire round. So I think Ron was the last one to speak. So baka we could start with Tep. Could you tell us what is the best item in your collection? And then we go with Ron afterwards.
Well, probably the Michael Jeffrey Jordan signed basketball, like full name. Because and I have the 23 out of 23. So this is one of the best grail pieces that I have right now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sige. How about Ron?
For me, it has to be. I don't have it with me right now, but it has to be the game used sneaker ni Kobe. Um, I bought it siguro after 2009, 10, 11, 14. Siguro mga after 7 years into collecting, I was really finally looking to take my collection to the next level. So I decided to, screw it. I'm gonna buy something game worn used by Kobe talaga. I got the shoe for like 250,000 pesos. I put it on my credit card. I maxed it out. I was, I just did, my job nung time na yon. And then I paid it off after like a year na dahil dun sa like the credit card interest, umabot siya ng 275,000. But then right now, yung value niya is, I see people selling na as high as 50 to $60,000. Diba? So yung mga ganun type of things. For me, what makes it even more special than just being game used is because Kobe used it against the Boston Celtics.
Oh,
And, as a Laker fan, to have something that Kobe used against the Big Three Celtics, it's actually the last game nila versus the Big Three Celtics na complete si Garnett, Pierce, and Allen, and si Rondo nandun pa. And the Lakers won. So I'm very happy about that. Na I have it part of my collection.
It's cool. There's a personal touch. Okay, so back to Tep.
Yeah.
We're all sports fans by heart, and the memorabilia and everything. Could you name 3 athletes or idols you would like to have dinner with, dead or alive? Could you name the 3?
Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and LeBron James.
Can I join?
Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, yung big 3. Tatlong GOAT.
Those
For
three.
me, yan. That's the
No
3
discussion.
players, yeah.
Okay. How about you, Ron?
Definitely, Kobe is on there. Jerry West, just to pick the mind of one of the greatest, architects of the Lakers dynasty. I would love to have, Jerry West. And I don't know. It's a tie between Magic and Shaquille. Pero for now, siguro I would say Shaquille. So Kobe, Shaq, and Jerry West.
Hirap si Magic, baka mahawa ka pa, ano? Joke lang.
All right.
Claudia, go ahead.
Okay,
I'm gonna have
mine.
to mute
All
myself.
right. This is gonna be for the two of you. No, I'll stick with you, Ron. Let's just say there's an earthquake, right? It's just, what's the one memorabilia you will run out of the house with? You'll only choose one.
Oh, it's the game you shoe for sure.
This game
Yeah.
you should Kobe Bryant. Okay.
Mhm.
How about you, Tep?
I mean,
One. lang.
mahirap kasi takbo yung jersey, naka-frame eh. So
Pwede
malamang yung ball. Mahirap, sobrang mabigat siya. It's really
Mabigat
heavy. Sobra, siguro mga, 10 kilos, 25 pounds? And it's
Well,
huge. I mean,
adrenaline.
I get the ball. Huh?
You'll get the ball. All right.
Yeah, I get the ball.
All right. That's good. All
You know,
right.
Tep, what you should do is you should get a hammer and break the glass. That way you can get the jersey and run.
Is that some HOFA Godfather advice in
Yeah, that's
case of an
right.
earthquake?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like it.
Probably I would siguro feeling ko dadaling ko sila lahat eh. I mean, hindi ko alam.
You leave one and run back into the house just for it. And
Yeah.
For
Jake,
the love of the game. JJ, your turn.
Yeah. Just one question for Ron, for Tep, and you'll answer for Elvis, who is not here right now. Pero you get to pick on him. I'll give you the chance to pick on him. Pero Ron, what is the thing that you can steal from Tep's collection that would really piss him off?
The one thing that I would steal,
Yeah, from
yung
Tep to piss him off.
definitely yung definitely it's the 70, no, I think it's the 23 out of 23 na ball. I mean, I still remember when we got that ball. I mean, we were on our way to do we already started HOFA. We were doing our press tours. We were on our way to do an interview with who's the brother of Chris Chu? Charles Chu?
Charles.
Yeah, we were gonna do an interview in CNN. We were preparing na to go to like on air, and then I was scrolling through eBay, you know, yun naman talaga pagastos sa buhay ng collectors. And then I saw it. Oh my God, 23 out of 23, Michael Jeffrey Jordan. I showed it to Tep. Sabi ko, Tep, you gotta get this ball. If you don't get it, I'm gonna buy it. But since you're my friend, you're the biggest Jordan fan, you gotta get this now. Huwag mo nang palampasin to. And, you know, that's the piece.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure Tep's gonna get really pissed if Ron stole that 23, right,
Yeah,
Tep?
for sure. Oh, sigurado.
So, Tep, chance mo bumawi. What is the one thing that you're gonna steal from Ron's collections that's gonna totally piss him off?
Yeah, the game used Kobe shoes.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Will you wear them while running?
And are you gonna wear them while you're stealing them?
No. Laki ng size ng paa ni Kobe, 14 siya, di ba, Ron? Size 14.
Yeah.
Yeah, wala. Size 11 lang ako eh. Laki ng 14. Matatapilok pa ako.
Baka magdapa
Pero
ka.
yun yan. Yeah. Game use shoe ni, alam ko din yung story niyan eh. Like, yeah, 250,000, di ba, binili niya yan. Iba yung feeling. Kumbaga parang, that's when you're into sign collecting, sign memorabilia kasi, I mean, game used items, yun talaga na yung, kumbaga parang, well, yun yung sabi natin before, Ron, na ito na yung retirement piece namin. Kalokohan, di naman nag-retire. Kumbaga parang that's the main goal eh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So ako, yun
One
yung
last-
kunin ko sa ako.
Yeah. One last thing. In honor of your third partner, Elvis Gutierrez, Tep, and Ron, I'm gonna ask you the same question. Tep, mauna ka. What is that one thing that you're gonna steal from Elvis's collection that's gonna totally piss him off?
Well, yun nga, isa lang, he only has one signed Kobe. So yung signed Kobe na poster niya, yun, kukunin ko yun. Yan.
Yan, that one. Yeah.
Oh, nandiyan
Sigurado
siya.
ka-
Nakita mo si Elvis, ayun, no? Nasa likod.
Ayun.
Ron, pagtutulungan yung kunin kay Elvis yan, no?
Yeah.
Pagtutulungan nyo yan, Ron, no?
Tag team kayo.
Oo.
Yeah.
So, all the fun stuff right there. Elvis, we miss you, man. But
Pero you know
yeah.
what, guys? For me, I feel ko, I mean, just the fact that Elvis was actually in that game during that, you know, NBA Finals Game 7. I don't think he would mind if we stole that kasi that memory of being there, watching Kobe win his fifth, I think he'll take that to his grave. Parang kung ako rin yun, I wouldn't be that so upset. Actually, when you were talking about, you know, Tep running away and susuotin ba ni Tep habang tatakbo siya,
Yeah.
I mean, yun yung magagalit ako. If he takes it, okay, fine, steal it, but then don't wear it and ruin it.
At least you guys know how to get on each other's nerves, di ba? Pikon na kayo sa isa. You know what to do.
Yeah.
Anyways, klaro.
Okay, so after all, you know, the three of you guys, including Elvis, you're all teammates, of course, in running this fantastic thing. And guys, we hate to end this conversation, but we'll just wrap up and then we'll just put you backstage as we have some ending promos. Thank you again, of course,
Yeah.
for dropping by. So,
Yeah.
okay, guys, that was a blast. I've always known that the HOFA crew, the three, are always called the Godfathers of sports memorabilia. But I really take it to heart because you really get to see how they care and making sure you get the legit thing
Yeah.
and amazing service. I don't really call it service anymore because it's that personal touch that Ron, Elvis, they really want to help you take care of your collection and everything. They're giving their advice. How about you,
Yeah.
Claudia? What do you think?
No, I like it when they said that they're the ninongs. No, so the ninongs are the ones that take care of, like you said, like, take care of the those that are wanting to get the memorabilia. But I like the fact that they really have to go through the process. They do follow the rules. They do follow the, they don't want to make local people, because they themselves have gone through that, and I like that. I like the fact that they want to help and help authenticate the jerseys that they get. No, it's because some people will make like let's lokohin natin yan, di ba? Wala eh. They don't have to have that, which is pretty good. So I enjoyed this interview.
How
Yeah.
about you, Jay?
And you
Wrap
know
things
how
up.
yeah, how guys do these things for passion, diba? And this another testament that really, if you really put that hard work into your passion, diba, it will really take you to places, diba? And one more thing, I'm really looking forward to having this kind of venture to our local athletes, diba? Kasi, I mean, they've mentioned earlier that the likes of Efren Batares, Manny Pacquiao, and all, they deserve to have this kind of, you
Yes.
can say, royalty as a part
Mm.
of their legendary career, as their legacy, di ba? So it would
Right.
really be nice na maging posible rin to dito sa ating local market and to our local athletes.
All right, so that does it again. Check out Who the Heck Are We on Globally Ballin's YouTube page. And again, our episodes are available on video. Just subscribe and hit that bell button and never miss a beat. Check out our sister shows. We have the Globally Ballin podcast of Aaron Aronson. Learn about the different overseas sporting opportunities and experiences around the world. And for your analysis from the players themselves, we have 5 minutes with they review their very own tape. And for your volleyball talk, we have Denise Dinsay. It's hang time, of course, when we have the upcoming PVL. It's now the league's now pro. Last but not the least, favorite show of Claudia and Jay after Who the Heck Are We? It is an eternity of basketball, of course, with Noel, Charlie, and Sid. And they've got great guests from Tim Cohn all the way up to guys like Norman Black. And thank you to our sponsor to end, Georgie's Delight, your healthy and delicious peanut butter. Do check them out and follow them on social media. That's all for now. And this is Who the Heck Are We?
See ya.